Hey everybody, it's Michael from GetFitOver40.com doing, I guess, another video request, although these two questions, I guess, or things that I'm going to be talking about aren't necessarily, they weren't requested to make a video. They were just some emails that I got, and a lot of times I'll get an email, and the content of that email, I just think the discussion we have in that email is something that I'd like to share with everybody because I think other people might be interested. So I'm not going to mention who sent these emails or anything like that or read them off to you because it's just the general idea that I want to get at here. Don't mind me, I've got a bit of a cold today. Summertime, and I get my first cold in like 2 years. What's going on? It's not a bad one though, it's just a little congested here. So it's hot today. I'm a little, like I said, a little congested, so bear with me here. I'm struggling a little. So the first one, shaving for more definition. And this came up in an email. It just asked, hey, like, do you trim, do you manscape for more definition to make the muscles look better? And yeah, for sure. I mean, you know what? I'm not like an overly hairy guy. I don't have a super hairy chest. Actually, it's pretty sparse, but there's enough there that, you know, it's worth trimming. And even my stomach isn't too bad, my back isn't too bad, but I get a lot of pretty thick hair. Even though it's thin and it's not super dark, it does tend to overtake my arms and my legs. So, you know, especially if you shred it down and you're in the low body fat percentages and you want to get a little tan going on and stuff and you want to look really shredded, yeah, you're gonna have to trim that. You're gonna have to trim that stuff up, right? So I mean, and when you do, then it's night and day. Like I have a scar. Where is it now? I remember now. Yeah, I have a scar here on this arm from some road rash from doing some pocket bike riding. It actually got infected and it turned into a bit of a scar. When I have my arm hair on here, I can't even see it. As soon as I trim it all off, you can see it. So that's telling you that, you know, like manscaping is going to show off all that shreddedness and the ripped and all the striations are going to come out. So definitely, you know, it's a quick way to make yourself look another 2% or more leaner. So I'd highly recommend it, especially if you're fit and you want to show that that hard work you've done off. All right, the next question or thing that came up, I'm going to call this slow and steady, and this is something that I so firmly believe in. I just cannot emphasize this enough. Sorry. And so what it was is a conversation in email. Someone was telling me how their progress was going. They didn't feel necessarily like they were achieving crazy strides, but they were happy with their progress. They said, you know, I know some people might not think it's a big accomplishment, but you know, I've lost this amount of weight and I plan to lose this much more and everything's going good. There's some more things I could do and maybe I'll do that, but they were happy and I was really happy with what they were doing. And the reason I was happy with what they were doing, sorry, plane, is because they were doing it in such a way that it was a lifestyle choice, right? And they weren't just going so hardcore and just trying to get to that goal so intensely that it was just over the top. And what happens so often, and I'm sure you've heard this, is people just go to the extreme. I've seen friends do this. They go to the extreme, they do something that's so insane, they drop tons of weight, all of that, right? And they get super lean or whatever they're trying to go for. Or if it's working out, they work out so much that it's just over the top. It's unachievable. Well, I say it's achievable, but it's you can't maintain that. You just can't maintain that for the long haul, right? And I really think that, let's say if you're, say, 250 pounds and your goal is to get down to 180 pounds, if let's say you're a tall person, tall guy, 6 foot something, you want to get down to 180 pounds, you're overweight by 70 pounds. Should you drop your calories to like 1,500 calories a day and just work out insanely and get there real fast? Sure, you could, but what's going to happen when you get there is you don't know how to maintain that lifestyle. All you know is the extreme that you had to do to get there. You haven't really lived a lifestyle. You haven't made a certain choice of what your lifestyle is going to be like. And so people tend to like, hey, I got to my goal. They start rewarding themselves with cheat meals. The next thing you know, they're right back where they started from, doing all the same bad things. And it's just, what I suggest is this: if you're 250 pounds, you want to get to 180, you figure out what it is that you need to do to maintain 180 pounds all your life. So what are the calories that you need to consume to be 180 pounds the way you want to look? How much working out do you think you're going to need to do to maintain the amount of muscle that you want to have at 180 pounds for the rest of your life. What do you need to do? Figure out what that is and do that. It may take a little longer to get there, but you'll get there, and once you're there, nothing changes. You're already doing everything the way that you're going to do it forever. So, and that's, you know, sure, some people, like I know I did my contest thing, and for 2 months I cut weight, but I knew that wasn't a weight that I was going to stay at. I knew that, hey, that weight was just a short-term goal, and for contests, you know, being super low body fat, that is only a short-term thing. So going back to gaining a few pounds was a good thing. And so, yeah, it was a 2-month thing. I worked out a little bit more, put more intensity in, dropped my calories, and I hit that goal that I wanted to. But then afterwards, I went right back to my regular day-to-day lifestyle of, you know, eating my maintenance weight or eating my maintenance food, doing my regular workouts. And guess what? I've been able to maintain exactly, you know, where I want to be at now as I'm running maintenance. Ooh, there's a little friend just buzzed by here. So there again, what you need to do is figure out what you want to be at, how heavy you want to be, how much muscle or whatever you want to be at. If it's just a weight loss thing, eat like you're that weight that you want to be at. Okay? It might take a little longer than radically doing some crazy diet, but you will get to that weight, and when you're there, your body will just kind of, it'll just smooth into it, and it's not going to be so drastic that it's fighting you the whole time and fighting you and trying to bounce back. It just gets there. And once you stay there, the longer you stay there, the happier your body will be at that weight, the more comfortable it'll get at that weight. So, hey, that's pretty much it. 2 things I kind of wanted to talk about for this Q&A video. Hope that helped out a few of you. And again, thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, take care.